Hi, Fortune.
Hi,
Congratulations
Eric.
on the new show.
Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I'm actually a big fan from the Chelsea Lately days,
Oh,
so
that's
I was
awesome.
excited to see your show and see all the stuff you're doing.
Oh, I love that.
So let's talk a little bit. I mean, I know you said you didn't do much during the COVID lockdown, but I think you're wrong. I think you did feel you found a lot of humor
That's
in
true.
different situations. So I'm going to
I
challenge
was
you on
wearing a lot of wigs, but I didn't nail the survival skill part, but I was putting on costumes.
that. But one thing you did discover is that you're not a butch lesbian.
I know, it's surprising and it does not fit how I look on the outside, but yeah, I did discover that.
What were some of the clues that you got during lockdown that made you convinced you of this?
I mean, just my inability to fix anything. uh, Screaming a little too loud when I saw a spider. Yeah, it really was my partner Jax that was, fixing everything and holding down the fort and just seeing her like so in charge and me just a blubbering mess on the couch, drinking wine and crying at documentaries. I really did realize like, wow, I am not butch at all. Like this is not how I pictured this quarantine, but it's like I said, it's who I am, and that's it. I guess I'm a dainty, delicate flower.
So how is it so like for this show or for any of the other ones that you do, what is it, where do you find the material? How do you find something that you think is funny for a show?
Well, it definitely is. It's stuff that's coming from my own personal life, things that I've been through. I've really been trying to lean into that storytelling more, less observational. I'm not really doing that as much. I'm not talking about pop culture or what's going on in the world as much. It's more of like these are things that I've been through. I find them to be funny. Hopefully you do too. And the hope is that there are things about my life that resonate with people that but they've been through this or that. They're in a relationship. They've gotten engaged or had to do the asking, and things that people can kind of see themselves in, and celebrate in the humor of that, and how sometimes that stuff doesn't always go as planned. But yeah, I'm always sort of mining my own life and my own past and childhood and parents and wife, and just sort of talking about what I know best, and that's what I've been through.
Yeah, yeah. And do you talk a little bit about this in this special, but like, being an out lesbian comedian,
Mhm.
a lot of people can relate to it, but some people can't, and some people have an actively negative response to
Mhm.
that. How do you handle that? How do you handle when you have maybe someone in the audience or, a fan that's reacting to you online?
Yeah. Well, at this point of my comedy career, it would be very wild to have someone stumble into one of my shows at a theater and not know what they're getting. That would be pretty trippy. But yeah, online, is a place where negativity sort of thrives. So it's not that uncommon. And for the most part, it's something you just have to not even pay much attention to because it's just part of that world. Like I said in a special, occasionally I will see something, and most of the time don't think twice about it. But every now and then something really stands out, and that one happened to stand out. And so I never thought in a million years that it would end up in my act. But I think because I I did sort of want to take that sort of negative story and find the spin on it. What's the good part of that, text? That was kind of where I was going with the theme of this special is where's the good in this? What good came out of this? And that was something that I did see some progress there in that text. But yeah, for the most part, I think not putting much weight on it is the way to go. I did the opposite with this particular one, but for all the others, you just have to live your life and be happy and not get boggled down by those things.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things I like about your humor is you sort of lean into who you are and your identity, and you
Mhm.
don't completely, you are who you are, and like that's you're very comfortable with it, and that's kind of an interesting thing for the, I mean, for obviously for a gay audience, but also like I think it's relatable to a straight audience too.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly don't know how to be anything other than who I am, so there is this sort of like what you see is what you get thing. With me, I'm not, putting on airs or telling you things that aren't true or pretending to be something I'm not. I'm kind of like, this is me. And I hope that you like this and enjoy these stories, but also if you don't, I can't really change that. That's sort of where I come from in life.
Did you find earlier on in your career, was your humor always like this, or has it evolved? Did you find that this is like something that really resonated with people, or did you have humor that was maybe a little bit less, you know,
Well, I mean,
out
it,
out in that way?
right. I mean, when you first start stand up, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what to talk about. You don't know how to write jokes. You have to give yourself time to grow and learn and find your voice. So, in that beginning time, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like those were my jokes. Like, because your voice evolves because you evolve. So, I think that I've always found the funny in things. I come from a family that has always seen the humor and the light in things in more difficult times. So I appreciate that I had that lens instilled in me at a very young age where you're taking things and you're like, well, what's the funny in that? So I always approach life with that perspective. But yeah, I think I found my voice a lot more with Sweet and Salty. I realized how much I love storytelling and how much I liked mining my own life for stories, and I carried that on with this special. So I think that's kind of the pocket I'm in right now is just telling stories and finding the humor in it, but not feeling the pressure to like do that setup punchline thing that was prevalent in comedy for so long.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, we have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.